Hey guys, it's Erin, EW Wellness Solutions, and we're talking about when female friendships go wrong. This is Taylor Swift's Bad Blood, which is a pretty recent anthem of female friendships gone wrong. The video is pretty absurd, but it's about, if rumor can be trusted, she and Katy Perry went sideways. Now, in all seriousness, besides what exactly their friendship went wrong about, was it boys, was it concert stuff, was it just too many egos, we'll never know. But what is important is when we have friendships that we put a lot of time into them and a lot of our heart and we're really sincere effort, and they do end or something, it can be really hard because it can almost be like a death in the way you have to grieve. There's a sense of loss because we put so much of ourselves into it. And often, unlike with a romantic relationship where, we agree to be exclusive, then one of the two of you, either break up with the other one or you both agree, or it's me, it's not you, when it's really you, it's me, whatever. When a female friendship ends, oftentimes someone just stops calling. Every once in a while you get lucky, in a sense, and someone breaks up with the other person. And I'm using that term on purpose because it is a breakup. Someone's the dumper and someone's usually the dumpee. Now, I've been on both sides of that, and I'm going to talk about both. So when I was the dumper, which, by the way, isn't a great term, but it's all we've got, right? It was after years of feeling like things were very one-sided. Like I was putting in way more effort than the other person. And all that I did, honestly, I just stopped extending myself to her to see what she would do. She never called. It's been years. She's never pursued it. Like, we were supposedly these great friends for decades or whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, she had something major happen, like badly in her family. I reached out to her. She said thanks. That was it. A couple months ago. And, no hard feelings, but there was never a conversation. It was just, I was sort of waiting for her to make a move because I felt like I was doing all the effort. So I just pulled back to see what she would do. And the answer is she didn't do anything. So that kind of said it all. So in that way, I guess I was the one that pulled the trigger. And then in another case, there was a woman that I was friends with since we were little. And we were both getting married in our mid-20s. It's a very weird time when everyone's getting married because it's sort of like the movie Bridesmaids when women are jockeying for position over who can be the best friend, and then money is really tight, and it's just a very weird thing. And also when I was getting married, I was about to move cross country and whatever. So words were said, and I just thought we were having a fight, right? We'd been in fights before. I didn't know this was going to be the fight until I get the Dear Erin letter. There was actually a letter where she, broke up with me, essentially. And I was like, excuse me? I just thought we were in a fight. We fight, right? No, that was it. So, any loss, you have to, go through all the stages of grief or whatever. And in a way, that was better, in which, there was an end period, I suppose. But again, just a one-sided conversation, because how was I supposed to know that was a deal breaker, that we got in a fight and she had enough and that was it? Because we've been in fights before. So it was just a very upsetting experience for me. And also at a time in my life when I was very vulnerable, as in I was getting married, I was moving cross country, as in a lot of change was happening. That's when she decides to hold me super, super accountable for something I said that I apologized for within 2 hours. And not that I'm keeping track or trying to persuade you to my side or anything. No, not at all. So it can be very upsetting, and oftentimes, like, our boyfriends or moms or whoever doesn't get it, and they just sort of like, oh, this happens, when it can really sting for a long time. It can really shake you up, and it's okay to acknowledge that, and it's totally acceptable to be a little gun shy from the next time you have a good friend, or maybe you're a little just like reluctant if they come back or if you have a dealing with them again, because there's always like the mutual friend factor, right? Sometimes we can make a clean break for whatever reason. Then there's the people we can't get away from if we had to. You know, somebody from high school, for instance, or someone you have 500 mutual friends with on Facebook, and you have to be civil no matter what rotten thing they've done to you, which can be difficult, but you know what? That's how it can be. And it's just something that happens. And the whole point of bringing this up is not to like make you feel bad or for you to think that I don't have any friends, because I swear I have friends. But just to let you know that like I've been on both sides, and it's just something that happens sometimes, especially like as we evolve, we up level, we change, and I'm not always perfect, believe it or not. And it can be something that's hard because, you know, we have these little conversations in our head of like, wait, she did that and I did this and da-da-da-da. When actually, like, maybe you were meant to be in each other's life for these years. And after that, you're just forcing an issue, right? And then other people were meant to be in your life from, you know, kindergarten till the rest home. But you don't really know it. Like, you can't really see the expiration date on a friendship until from another point of view, right? So, but when you're in it and you're like, wait, what do you mean you're breaking up with me? Like, I get to break up with you. Your ego can be really trampled. And the best thing to do, quite frankly, is to acknowledge it. Like, it stings. It can suck. It can really hurt. And that's okay. It's really okay, because there are other people out there. There's other fish in the friend sea. And tomorrow we'll be back to other types of love, I promise. We're talking about pets, dogs, cats, lizards, whatever you got. So it'll be good. You like your pets, right? Okay, bye.